And it's full of scuff. I love it.
I can't even get the
Let me
thing on.
Let me try resetting. Hold on.
Ah. I keep saying it,
Alrighty.
launch game. I am in the game, stupid game. What do you want? It is open.
Alright, let me know if it's showing up now.
I don't know. I'm gonna close it. You send me one more time. I'm gonna try and relaunch it from here. Holy shit. I'm gonna actually close my VTube studio as well. Now there is nothing on the screen. Chat cannot see anything. Ah, send me.
Guys, 1 second.
So I'm seeing
Yeah,
Grungus
I'm
in
reopening
chat.
the game just in case.
Good morning, Grungus. Why do you have so many divorces? Well,
Oh my god.
well, it is how it is. It is how it is.
Yeah, shit happens.
I'm just too
Alright, let's
difficult to
retry
get
this one
along
more
with.
time.
Okay.
Wait, now you're not appearing on Steam. What the fuck? Okay, never mind. Found you.
Okay,
Okay, try
now
again.
finally it says accept invitation to play. What the fuck? You
Hell yeah.
better let me in the game, I
Hyun!
swear.
¿Cómo estás, Hyun? Bienvenida, bienvenida. I hope you're having a wonderful night.
Oh my god, it was VTube
Alrighty, Chibi
Studio.
can join.
It was VTube Studio. Okay, hold on. Let me just relaunch VTube Studio real quick, y'all. We totally have this.
Man, I love this scuff.
It happens every single time. We never learn. Alright, I'm in game. We're in the final one, y'all. I'm finally gonna be able to divorce my
Seriously,
husband
I'm doing
here.
alright. Finally, we're finishing this game. We have been playing this for quite a while now.
About
Probably
2-3
over
months?
2 months, 3 months, kind of. Yeah.
Around there, yeah. Ah!
Yeah, I'm a bit sleepy today. In case you guys haven't noticed. Oh my god.
Okay, does it work now? Please tell me it works. Everything's fine.
Let's see now.
Okay, are you the husband or the wife this time? You're the husband? Okay.
I think we can switch today.
The wife is the singing one, the husband is the one with the boomerang thing.
Oh, right.
Which one do you want?
Yeah. Yo. Also, let me give you a shout out here. Okay, what am I doing? Okay. How you doing, Aya? It's been a while. I saw you stream the last time I couldn't join. Thank you for joining today's hack, creators. Huawei, go concentrate on your on your game. You're playing rivals, ain't you? Gators, what the heck? We just started.
Oh, I don't know how to use the abilities. What the fuck?
Okay. Give me 1 second, Chibi. I gotta stretch. Shrimping? Roots? I am shrimping, thank you.
Oh, okay.
You're dead? I know you were... Are you still sick? Still with the sickness? Does the game sound okay?
Aim and scream.
Okay, let me put it here. Alright. Sounds good. Alrighty.
No, something else has to happen.
Wait, how did you... What? How did you get this so fast? Or am I talking too much?
I mean, your chat is very busy. That's all I can say. I don't know if you have anything. Oh, okay. Yeah, you gotta...
Hell yeah. Okay.
That makes more sense. Ah, naruhodo.
Nice one.
Still down with the signals. No, yeah. Hope you get better soon.
I'm literally just ignoring
Soon,
chat, so it's
soon.
fine. There is this thing here. Do you
do I
have
do
to
with this
do
though?
anything? No, that's mine.
Oh,
And then it closes behind. Ah.
okay, that was kind of cool. But yeah, go ahead. Go drink medicine. Oh my god. Whoops.
I haven't started.
Look a bit too warm to stand on.
Go, sing. God damn, Chili, nice voice.
Oh sh. I'm out of battery. Okay.
Oh,
I'm
it's
out
so
of
cool.
I'm out of lungs. Sorry, not battery.
Out of lungs.
Where do we go? Is that a microphone? It is a microphone. It's a speakers.
Liking this level so far. It's very vibey.
Oh, get up there. Get up there.
Alrighty, go. Hell yeah.
Okay, nice. So far, so good. There's this speaker thing as well. Get ready.
Sir, yes sir. Go.
Oof. Okay, what is this?
Oh my god.
I had no idea it was not gonna stop, y'all.
Boop. Okay, it does feel like Chili's doing all the work. I'll be just here chilling.
I don't know what to do.
Oh,
I
that's
don't know
me.
what to
Whoops.
do.
My bad. Alrighty, once more.
You need coffee. You need coffee. You need coffee.
Recommend you a song? Like for...
Okay, what do
your
you do?
cover?
What do you do?
Which genre?
Okay.
Which genre do you usually listen
Isn't
to?
this your grandpa's jukebox?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh, we can slot it
Wait,
in.
what's this?
Forgot we stored it in our attic.
Put it in the
Think it still
box.
I bet we can get it going.
oh here. Huh?
Oh, it's stuck.
Come on, Chili.
Oh, never mind.
Wow.
Pero sí, Hyun,
Wish my grandpa could see us
¿qué
now.
tipo de canción?
He'd love it.
Or hate it.
Oh, do you have to?
He
Oh,
always
never
told me
mind.
to be careful with it.
I don't know where to go. Oh, I have to wait.
They have to come here.
They were
Yeah.
the sweetest couple.
It's fine. I'll wait.
I miss him. Grandpa,
Shh, guys.
you can hear me?
Oh my god, it didn't work.
Promise not to ruin it.
Wow, my ex-husband for a reason, y'all.
Oh my god.
Murder. He's trying for murder.
I have to listen to some more words so I can get an idea of what I want to hear. Okay, for work, give me 1 second. 1 second.
Oh, damn. Okay, this one needs you.
Aurora. 1 second, Jerry.
1 second up. There's something up there. Oh my god, what? Okay, can I?
Okay, see if you like that genre. It's one of my favorites. Favorite songs from that band. Well,
Okay, step on the door in front of the glass opposite of me. There's a
what?
door. Get down.
oh, I didn't see it. Okay. It's very chill though. Not sure if it's your vibe. If you'll fall asleep, but
I bet it's connected to your microphone.
oh, okay, interesting.
What does it do?
It's like a mini speaker. Oh,
Those are the vocal pipes I remember.
okay, gonna come here. Okay, try again. Oh, okay. Hell yeah. Go, Chewie, go.
How much destruction do we want?
More destruction.
This is like what is that, EMF house or something? Hey, you should.
Wait, what do we do now?
No, you should walk.
Oh, here.
No, the yellow ones.
More, bae.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need some warm water and honey after
Go,
this.
go, go. One more. Keep screaming, Chewie, keep screaming.
What do you mean by keep screaming? You're almost there. You're there. Wait, is that it? Do I have to be there? You can put it
I don't know.
down. I'm
Try
pretty
now.
sure it goes on the yellow thing.
Wonder what happens if it goes into the double mic.
Oh my god, wait, what?
Whoa!
Hell
Check
yeah.
out the size of that thing.
Watch your ears, Cody.
I'll be fine. Let's fire this baby up.
Okay.
Let it rip, May.
Okay, try now.
Oh. Welcome back.
Oh, nice, okay.
Ow.
Guys, prepare yourselves.
Both of you.
It's
You've learned
purple.
the speakers.
Great. Now you can let us out of here.
Not yet. Keep on going. You're still missing the mics and lights. Woohoo! Who's gonna be toasty?
This is second stage.
I really wonder, is the book going to be the last boss?
I hope not. I don't even
Because
want to see.
I mean, what else? What do we have to fight then?
Oh, nice. What else do we have to fight? Each other, maybe.
Yeah, besides each other, yes.
Wait, there are so many microphones. What do I do? So okay, there are like different color stuff. Does it matter?
Yeah.
Oh wait, it moves this shit. Okay, it moves this cube here. Probably you wanna be
You have
on
to
it.
stand here, I guess.
Yeah, tell me what colors you want.
Oh my god, what is happening?
Wow. I'm starting to like this.
What is the
place.
floor?
Okay, go green.
Green. Uh-huh.
More. Yellow.
Yellow.
Okay, purple.
Purple.
Is this inverted? What is happening? Okay, more purple. Purple. Can I speak to them now? Okay,
Oh,
my god.
I'm sorry.
Wait, the other one. Red.
Red.
Oh no, wait.
Be scared.
That
Wait,
is
what
red.
that? Green?
Yellow.
No, green.
Green.
Okay, yellow. Wait, I'm confused. Purple.
I think I got
Okay,
the hang of it.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, continue. Purple. Now red. Forward.
And this is
Purple.
okay. I think you can jump. Okay, nice. And find me a way over.
Let's see where this takes us. Hell yeah.
Oh, nice. Oh, there's a different door.
On there, Cody.
Thanks, Captain.
Man, this level does feel like 90% May.
90% you?
You.
Oh, May. Okay. I mean, last level was your level, remember? It was your passion. So this level is May's passion, if you remember correctly.
Wow. They're definitely real.
Oh, it's so cool.
like a composer now.
Oh, a magnificent piece of
And they
art.
have sound effects on these things as well. Nice.
I kind of like it, not gonna lie. I wonder if there's like any person that made already a cover using this shit.
Hey, you gotta get up here. I need to bring us up.
Oh, whoops. Oh my god.
What are you doing?
Right.
Let's go. Nice. Wait, where does that symbol go to? Hold on, let me check. No, it doesn't. It doesn't really. Oh.
So weird, like some of them.
Wait,
I
why?
don't know what
Why?
he's expecting us to do.
Why is it only this one?
Try again.
Do you have to cut something?
That's what I'm wondering. It's so weird. Oh, also, oh my god, it's so cool.
This is a hi-hat. This is a hi-hat. No, I don't think it does anything. It's a hi-hat.
Oh, there's also a piano here. Ooh. Pardon me, a keyboard. Come here, Chibi. Come here.
Wait.
Oh.
Oh, there's rope. Rope? Rope? Not rope. Guitar.
Hell yeah.
There's rope.
Wow, it's my orchestra
Demo.
player.
I can picture it now. A young
Oh.
May, rebellious, listening to tunes on the bed.
Oh, shush.
Oh my god, okay.
Oh, the screen combined for the first time. Or not. Ah.
Chasing section.
Chase? What do you mean? I fail. Eh.
Hey, Cody, give me a lift.
I got it.
Are you sure?
Trust me. I know how to turn knobs.
I don't know about this. I need you to slow it
okay,
down.
okay.
I can't move. I can't move.
Well, Chibi, you just get good, Chibi. Okay,
Okay, I'm
hold on. Wait,
gonna
one
get good.
Okay. Okay. Ooh.
Can you not bring the two together?
Wait, 1 second. Wait. Wicca.
And the
Okay,
red
try now.
one. And the blue one the other side, and maybe the red one a little bit.
Good job.
I think that's. Is that even possible?
Yeah.
No. I overestimated.
No worries.
Okay, let's go.
Wait. My brain is not working today. Oh my god. Okay.
Okay.
Whoop. Alright, jump.
Oh god!
Jimmy! We're good.
That's hard!
Okay. Whoop. A little bit closer. Nice. Okay, hold on.
Red. You can just bring it right down, no? I can just.
Yeah.
There is an electricity thing I have to dodge, god. Ah, dang it!
Almost.
That was not how I wanted to go!
Yeah, this might take a while.
Thanks.
Can I bring it as close as I can? Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
Oh no!
That's electricity. That's electricity right there. He wants me dead.
Okay. Jump down.
They're trying
Okay,
to kill
this
me.
one.
Oh, that's bad. Okay, hold.
Yeah, that's the closest I can get you.
Okay, okay. I kind of
Oh,
made it
okay.
somehow.
You can jump there. Hold on.
Ugh, squish me.
Oop, oop, oop. Oh, never mind. You can jump there.
Okay. Oh,
Whoa, this
I'm.
is
Nice.
trippy. I see one on it.
What?
Keep your eyes on those knobs.
What is this?
Oh, what the fuck? That's so cool.
What is this? I am Tetris
turn
now.
Wait, wait. Wait.
Ah! What is this?
Wait. Bring this back.
Pretty sure I'm gonna need some blues. Okay, blue
Okay,
is fine, blue is fine, blue is. Oh!
That is so trippy.
My
Bring this back.
brain.
Okay, jump.
Oh, I'm gonna die!
Jump!
I'm gonna die!
Okay. Continue.
Ay! Ay! Okay, I'm on red now, God!
Jump.
Oi! Ay! On the top!
Wait, what killed you?
On the
That's so
top! Look at the top! That's the gray thing as well, I can't catch that. If you go too high, I'm gonna die. That's the difference.
Wait.
This is as
Okay, jump.
high as I can go because otherwise that thing will get me. Okay,
Okay.
let me try and okay, go.
Okay. Sorry, I didn't see the
It's,
maximum height on
there's
the.
top and bottom,
Back.
and there's timing.
Okay, jump.
I can't.
Wait, is that the maximum?
Nope.
Oh, you have like some health bar, right?
No, I don't. I have timing.
Okay, okay, try that. Go.
Go. Blue. More. Go. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna run it.
I wonder sometimes it doesn't touch you, but it still kills you. Unless
I'm gonna
seeing
run it.
something different. Am I tripping? I gotta check your stream. What the heck? Because on my end, it doesn't touch you most of the times.
No, it's the gray stuff. The gray stuff moves
that's what-
fast.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I
Both-
mean, the gray stuff sometimes doesn't touch you. It
Both-
still kills you.
No, if I fall, then that's it. Ah!
Oops.
Mhm.
Murder chili.
Oh, sorry. I was gonna try run both the blue and the red. Kinda. Why is it so hard to climb this one? Oh god! Okay, I'm on red now, somehow. I made it.
Okay.
We can technically do this
Wait.
slow. Just keep moving the red.
Wait.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
I exploded. I'm dying. What is this? Oh, it's just not okay. You gotta jump on the bottom thing. Hold on.
Okay.
Let me just.
Oh my god.
It's okay.
Oops. Wait. Hold it.
Okay, let me
Move.
level this up first,
Alrighty.
and
Back up.
then move you all the way up.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Alrighty.
there we go. This was a lot easier than the pixel glitch thing. Oh, and now split screens again? Okay.
What's that? Is it a microphone?
Think so.
Ooh.
What is this? What the heck?
Oh.
Oh, never mind.
The stage.
Oh.
Um.
Are we
Yeah.
climb?
Never mind. It was a microphone.
No way, we cannot climb.
What are you?
Is that a boss? Wait, there is a thing there that requires me. Hold on.
Oh, you gotta hypnotize it. Okay, okay, okay. Start singing. Oh, okay, okay. Oop.
Ah.
Oh my god. Wait, hold on. 1 second. Keep singing, Chibi. Keep singing. Keep singing, Chibi.
Smack it!
You like the song? Yay!
Why do we keep
Man,
on
that-
dying to this
that guy-
jump?
I have no clue. We're
the
drunk.
third time.
We're definitely drunk. It's so sad because the guy that started the band, he sadly passed away on 2024, if I'm not mistaken. So we have no more low roar. His memory will live on there.
One more.
Hell yeah. Okay, that was way better. Yeah, really glad you like this song. It's really good.
Hey!
Oh my god. Whoops. Whoops. Oh my god, what is happening? I'm on autopilot. Oh my god. Let's go.
Ah, there are so many snakes! Many snakes!
Okay, okay.
Many,
Run,
many,
run, run,
many,
run,
many.
Jimmy. Run, Jimmy. Run, Jimmy.
Please don't stop me. Please don't stop.
Oh my god.
Did you die?
Yeah, just. Whoops. Oh no, oh my god. I think you have to return here.
Don't die.
Okay, let's
Okay,
try
wait, wait,
again,
wait,
yeah.
wait, wait.
Okay,
Let me
but-
reset.
yeah.
Let me reset. Okay, ready? Let's go.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Hell yeah, Chibi. Guys, if you manage to get a lot of points in Chibi's channel, she'll make a cover. Oh my god, I forgot about this.
Did I say I'll make a cover? Yeah, I... Wait, is that really... I thought it was karaoke only. Are you dead? Are you dead?
Wait. Oh my god, what am I doing? Yeah, you gotta return back.
Oh, I'm dead.
Return to me, Chibi.
Oh
Come
shit!
back.
Somebody
Chibi,
rated me.
okay,
Hold
wait
on. Hold on, I'm too busy
And
dying.
Wish Life, welcome,
I'm too
welcome.
busy dying. Okay.
For rating Chibi, hell yeah.
And
You
the
give her a
wish.
shout out, quick. Wait, am I?
How do I give
I'm
a
the
shout
mob.
out?
What the heck?
Wait, shout out. ちょっと待って。
I got her brains, man.
Ah,
And their wish life.
I typed
Hell
wrong.
yeah.
I typed wrong. I'm so sorry. Okay,
What are you
thank
doing,
you.
Chibi?
I don't know how to stream. You don't know how to
Oh.
play games. It's equal. We're equal. That's why we're getting a diverse. Hi, and the wish life.
Yeah.
If you have to read and run, I understand. And yeah, welcome to the stream where my husband is completely dumb and I am not even better. We are not better. That's why we're getting a diverse. I'm coming back. Ah! I forgot. Snake eat me.
Hell yeah.
Snake eat me. I
Charlie
can't
the
do
goat.
this.
Thank you so
I
much, man.
can't do this. Charlie the goat. Yeah.
Yeah, guys, welcome to the stream.
I died. Oi.
We're just here chilling.
How did this happen?
Trying to finish
No. I can't. Okay, can you at least zip line over or something? I literally cannot.
Really, so yeah. I have a limit though. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, get here.
Okay. Much
Get
better,
here.
much better.
Oh no, it ate
Okay,
me.
not much better.
No, it ate me. It ate me.
Oh, you respawn on the other end. No, what?
You have no
Look at
time.
you.
I have no time. Ah.
You should be able to like keep singing and then jump midway.
I don't know how. I don't know how.
Jump. Hell yeah.
God damn it, you are making me do difficult things.
Alright,
Why are
okay.
you...
I mean, you just carry me, no worries.
Just carry you. Stop dying. Okay, let's go. Go, 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 go. I don't know if you're gonna die. Don't die. Don't die.
Cut me some slack, please.
Irritating. Snake it!
Alrighty.
Snake it! Kill it!
Oh.
Snake! Snake! We cannot outdodge this one. We're gonna die.
Almost ran out of breath there.
Whoa! What was that?
More snake.
Oh, snake.
Boss. It's a boss? Is it a boss? God,
you're
the
not,
screens
just
have
running.
merged.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't like this. I'm dead. I'm dead. Don't die. I'm dead.
Oh, I'm back in the music.
We're respawning. Respawning.
So cool.
Respawning. Okay.
Oh,
I'm dead again. I'm sorry. Okay. Or not. I'm alive. Kinda. I don't know how. I'm dead
Oh.
again. Kind of. Okay. Never mind. The cutscene saved me.
I want right. Jimmy.
What am I doing? Where am I? I don't know.
Superhero!
Am I respawned yet?
Ooh,
I
okay,
don't know.
we're back.
I'm dead again. It's just respawn
Man,
simulator
Chase
for me.
giving me a heart attack, man.
You carry me. You just respawn and threw me off the edge. What am I supposed to do? I'm just
Okay,
respawning
should've
again.
given
I'm respawning again. I'm respawning again. It's okay. I got this.
I'm having my breathing thing.
He's getting closer!
Who and what and how and Okay, no, that didn't happen. That
Should
didn't
hit the
happen.
bottom. Should hit the
I got it.
bottom.
I got it this time. I got it this time.
Nice.
I gotta find the F key. Zipline.
Going in the door!
Yeah, press.
Yeah.
I want to become Snake.
No! Why is it not? I'm doing
Okay,
it.
I'll do it.
That was not me. That was not me.
That was a little too close for comfort. Hi! Great work with that microphone.
Microphone? That was a humongous snake!
That almost killed us. Well, you're still breathing, and you earned woo, the microphones. Congratulations! Yeah!
Why do you need so many
Only
microphones?
the lights are left. Keep on going. Woo! Come on.
Why do you need so many microphones? You only need one.
Okay, I kind of like this room.
Oh, hey,
Chibi,
I played with these a bit when I was
as
younger.
usual, I'm going to get my beer.
Show me your
You
skills
you
then.
entertain the
You
chat.
try too.
for a few
Okay,
minutes.
chat, you guys are mine right now. Also, yes, Cephalonia, it's the divorce arc. See, my husband is drunk right now. He's drinking. He's gonna get a beer. So it's my turn to watch the kids, apparently. Also, I don't know what this is. Yeah, welcome to chat. We had a raid earlier from Enderwish. And then, yeah, as usual, I do not know how to introduce myself, so it's fine. I just hope people raid and run. There are like 3 bots over here. You back with the beer? We have Ken opening ASMR. Yeah, no, I don't know what we're doing.
Alrighty, I'm back. Did you
Can-
figure out what to do?
No. There's a Ken opening ASMR. There we go. Something is... Like, I know we have to lock some
Oh, yeah.
buttons
Cheers,
in place. 3,000, 4,000, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, this is
I think it should
the...
be time for everyone to hydrate, grab a snack or something, stretch. You stretch to. Okay, what do we do here?
Why are you just... It's a rhythm game.
But I'm confused. What do we do?
Look at the screen, look at the screen. These These are what we call in music. These are things that like they have oh, I have a hydrate thing. Hold on. Okay, there is a new rule for my chat. Every time anybody redeems a hydrate, I'm gonna play like a 30 seconds ad, and then it's a group activity. Everybody gets to hydrate. All right. So yep, it's been redeemed now. We're gonna take 30 while we figure this out. Hydrate as well, y'all. Okay, look at the screen. I'm gonna give you a hint. Look at the screen up there. There is like base you can see. The blue ones, the pink ones, the yellow ones, they come out when you lock in certain numbers. This is like a metronome thing whereby you put in notes, a synth.
Ah, it's so cool. Okay. Do you have one? Should get one.
I don't. These are for DJs. These are for DJs. I'm a singer. I'm not a DJ.
Yeah, become a DJ. Easy. Okay. So is this some sort of like game?
I don't know.
Mini-game thing?
Maybe. This is a synth. I feel like this might be a mini game. Look at that. No, wait. This one's not connected yet. You didn't do enough on this.
What do you mean?
See the light over there?
I tried my hardest.
The light there.
Oh,
now
gotcha,
it's
gotcha,
okay.
gotcha.
Now smack that thing on the. One more. We need one more, I think. Sorry, I'm gonna get one more. All right, now it's fed. Now we can do it. See,
Nice.
that's what I meant. Ah, there we go. Welcome back from ads and hydration. I hope you guys took care of yourselves.
We made a hit, right?
Maybe not a hit, but it's music.
I've actually never been to a club.
You never been to a club?
Nope. Because I don't have adult supervision with me, and it can be a little bit, you know.
Overwhelming.
No, I am very bad with alcohol. Anything can happen. So I need a responsible
God.
person. I never have that person, so I don't go.
You guys never drink with you.
I'm the kind of person when drunk I lie down in the middle of a main road and wait for a car to run over me.
Oh my.
No thanks.
Come on, man. You deserve
I'm
to be in the
surprisingly
spotlight.
chill when I drink. I either fall asleep or I get drunk.
Okay.
Like, can you see, without even drinking, I am like freaking chaotic. With drinking, logic completely disappears. Can you imagine how chaotic I would
I
be?
can't see.
But should be fine. I mean, just like on a club, in a club.
Okay,
God,
can you
where's it
follow
going?
the light? Can you follow the light? Just run, just run.
What the light? You want me to die?
Keep going.
Jimmy! Oh my god, no more coordination games. Okay, the left,
Next
left,
one.
right. Oh my god. Back. Jimmy! Okay,
Lights on me.
okay, right. Okay, okay.
You gotta. Oh wait, that's a far jump. That's a very far jump. It's like all the way here.
Jimmy, I cannot see you. Back, I'm dying. Okay,
What do you
go
mean?
to the right. Go to the right to see what this... Can you go to the right? Okay, nice. Okay, go back to the left. Oh my god.
Is that the right or the left? You said right.
Okay.
Oh wait, that is right. I'm sorry. I have no sense of
What do you
direction.
mean that is right?
I have no sense of direction. Wait,
Oh
come
my
back. Ah.
Okay, maybe it's time. Try again.
Okay. Alright, come
to the
back.
left. Okay, forward. Go.
Go.
Just move. Move. Go.
Going.
Two lights? You sure you got
Two
this?
lights?
Trust
What?
me.
Move
I
the
can handle
other
it.
spotlight.
Okay. Move the red one over there.
Oh,
Okay, left. How are you moving the other one though?
mouse. I have two hands.
Oh, okay, okay.
Come on, just follow it. Run, 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 run.
Wait, wait.
I'm sorry.
Oh my god.
Oh wait, no, that's not how it works.
Wait, go, 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 go. Gee, don't leave me.
Oh wait, there is. Wait. Let me move the light. Let me move the light. It's okay. Wait. Let me move the red light.
Okay, I might have enough distance. So,
No,
yeah.
you.
Come
Do
here.
you? Do you?
Come here, come here. Move.
For some reason. Wait, what?
There,
Really? This works? Oh god. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, I think we can skip one. No worries.
No, that's a weird ass shit again. Alright, this is as far as it
Okay,
goes.
move down. Go, 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 go.
Wait, really?
Jump over.
Hey, I see a light switch.
Hit it!
Oh my god, finally.
Don't trust me with this.
Coaching has made you into a
Don't
stronger
trust me
team,
with
my
driving.
friends. You have earned the light. Oh shoot.
Cody?
I can't drive, y'all. I have a license, but I shouldn't be driving. I don't even know my left and right.
Oh, hey May, look.
Stage.
Good. But what else do we need?
I am not getting on that stage.
Come on, May. You used to love to sing.
No, it was just a silly hobby.
No, it wasn't just a silly hobby. You used to sing in front of a lot of people with, like, musicians and stuff, remember?
Ha! Thank you, Cody. That's what's missing. Musicians. Now, here, go and find an orchestra.
An
Oh, that's good,
orchestra.
Okay.
That's like different. So I can understand a band, but she's like, an orchestra, what? Who and what gave you that idea?
I do wonder
Another chessboard?
what
this
did
was my
she
very
just like
first
leave
one. And it's not
her
trying to
hobby
kill
just
us
like
this
that?
time.
I mean, besides
You know I'm
being
not good at chess.
really busy with work and stuff.
It's just for fun.
Usually,
Is it
when
like singing? Like singing?
We have like a mini
Isn't singing
library
like
up here.
Gosh, we have
easier
a lot of
to be
books up
singing?
here.
Like you can
I
sing
wish
at
I
work?
had time to read some one
Most
day.
of the
yeah, not exactly. I mean, you gotta think of it
It's
this
like
way.
you're like
No, like you gotta think of
like
it
I don't
this
know,
way.
like maybe
She
maybe
has-
singing. Yeah, I mean you still have to practice and stuff, but it's easier to maintain, I think.
As someone who sings, I'm gonna tell you, it's not that simple. Alright, it is one of the hardest
Okay.
thing. An instrument, right? It doesn't matter if like you have a cold, okay? You can just practice whenever, okay? If it's just piano in your hands and stuff like that, that's fine.
I was the best.
But when
at
you
this
are
in
sick,
school.
how do you want to sing?
First.
Oh, musical chair.
you'll see.
Oh wait, this is interesting.
Eh?
Wait, what?
Damn!
I don't know what I did. I don't know what I did.
Did you just press too early?
I don't know what to do. What are we doing?
Musical chair. I didn't play it. Never played before.
Oh, okay. No, it looks a little bit different from what I remembered.
This is my throne.
Hell yeah.
Like I do this with the kids at the childcare when I was a teacher, right? But this is, yeah, it doesn't look like this. And also, just to let you know, all
Should be
teachers
excited like
rig it. All teachers rig the musical chair game, especially if there's like a kid
Guys,
with
I
very
am the best at musical chair. I
if
didn't
there is a
press
kid
any
with
button.
very high competitive ego, we will let the kid loose. We rig it to let the kid loose, just to like humble him.
Wait, so you mean kids cannot be competitive?
There's always that one bossy ass kid, right? So I basically, like, you know, the teachers, we know it's like psychology, right? Everything is a lesson when it comes to school. So those kids that,
Okay,
oh
okay.
yeah, I'm gonna win, watch this, you loser shit. That's usually what we do. So we put them down in size and like, oh, you know, nice try, but you know, you have to learn how to lose. Basically.
Okay. Yo, how you doing, Cass? You're doing alright, man.
Wow.
Yeah, look at all this stuff. Oh, more instruments.
Nice. Let's try them out.
What is that?
All this stuff brings back some
What would you
good
call it, a viola?
memories.
Violin.
Hey,
It
is
might
that
be
your
too
old
big
piano?
for a violin.
Yeah.
I mean, we're small, so I
it's
cannot
still in
like measure
tune.
size, but like viola is the middle one, right? Like middle size one.
Yeah, the bigger one.
Oh my god. No, because the big one is the violoncello, right? Wait, Chi, can you read this?
Kinda, but I feel like they're upside down. Or rather, they are reversed. They are reversed. Like the treble clef is reversed with the. It should be. It's mirror imaged right now, so I can't exactly read it really right. This one is mirror imaged as well. Do they not want people to play this or something? What?
Why is it what the fuck? Why is it upside down?
No,
I
it's
just
not upside down.
noticed.
It's mirror. It's mirrored. It's mirror imaged.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why it looks so
what if
wrong.
we flip it?
You have to flip it upside. You have to flip it up and down as well. Kinda. Okay, technically, I
Imagine it's
still
an Easter egg.
might be able to do it. Like bass clef B's. I can't. I need to zoom in. How do you get to zoom in? Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah,
now
with
I can
my-
read it. Now I can read it. Okay. Technically, I can play it. It just needs, like, you know, processing. It needs processing. It goes from right to left as well because it's mirror image, but it's possible. It's possible. Yeah.
That's so cool. I wonder if someone took the
It's not complete
like,
though.
took their time to
Yeah, it's not complete. And yeah, it's not
to
complete.
play all of this.
But they can
Like, you will get
try.
your chopped parts, but you can I guess which song it is. I think. I don't think it would be like an original thing. And to let you know I'm doing better. I saw you streaming, though. I assume you're doing better.
Oh,
Just
there's a
imagine
thing.
streaming with a bad load. Like who does
Oh, okay. Get up there. Get up there. Get up to the front there. Look at that.
that? Wait, what?
Get up there.
Okay.
Okay, go, 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 go.
Nice.
And find a way to set me up here.
There we go.
Go, Chi, go,
You
go.
can cross now. You're welcome.
Excellent.
Nice!
Hell yeah. First try. Guys, Chi is a gamer.
Boss battle. I don't want to say.
And accordion.
Kind of accordion.
Angry accordion.
No, you need to block it. Can you block it? Can you block it?
Oh my god, whoops.
Can you
I forgot
block it?
I had a
I
use
got this.
in this level.
Follow me.
Lead the way.
Go, go, go. Okay, hold on.
Block it here, block it here.
Okay,
Okay,
now go,
go.
go, go.
Block it, block it!
Okay, left or right? Left or right? Left or right?
Left. I'm left-handed by nature.
Okay.
I'm following, I'm following, I'm following.
Okay, we should be good now. Whoop.
Wait, I know this music! I forgot which piece it was. I say I know it because I think I learned it before. It's one of the classical
Make
stuff.
sure you do your thing.
Oh, that's what it does.
Oh, nice. Can you... Oh, it's time. Okay, okay. Right. Nice.
And you gotta do something.
Okay, then you can continue now. Yeah, you can jump now.
Oh, okay.
By the way, Kaz, I know you're playing Valkyria Chronicles. How's that game? Is it some sort of military strategy animal game? Looks kind of interesting.
Oh,
The first time I saw it was like a month ago. Another fellow VTuber was playing it. I think my game might be a little bit too loud.
is this an organ?
Clouds,
It's an organ,
rays of
isn't it?
light,
Church
organs.
organ.
I guess we must be in heaven.
There's even an orchestra.
You gonna go
pit.
Yeah,
sleep
but where's
this
the
early?
orchestra?
What?
Hello?
You, Cass?
Anybody there?
No, I'm joking. Yeah, go ahead and rest it.
Sleep well.
They must have gone home for the day.
Thank you
Let's
for
just cancel
stopping
the
by.
whole thing.
No, May! You have to bring the orchestra to your concert! But they have been kidnapped.
8:30? Okay,
Look,
old man.
over there,
Yeah,
look,
go ahead and
look,
sleep.
look. Kidnapped by the devil.
Devils? In heaven?
Oh yeah, makes total sense.
Right, huh? Huh? Exactly. But now you have to go and save the orchestra.
Go? How? We can't walk on clouds.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Ignore me, ignore me.
Now you can.
I used to go to bed at the same time, or around 9 a.m. was kind of my max.
Hey,
At
Cody!
10 a.m.
Did you see
At 10 p.m. I was
floating
probably dead
around?
already.
Yeah.
That's when I used to work like normal people hours.
Come
Ooh, what do we do
flying
here?
like an angel.
Do we just
in
have to
heaven.
collect the
I
Yeah.
see. The musical notes
I need
are
like
connected to the
4.
doors.
Oh, okay. It's kind of like the same.
Ooh, okay. I thought we would have to collect like the right ones.
No, I thought too, but there's like only this same thing, so it's okay.
All right, just a few more bubbles to pop.
Once
Alright,
you pop,
it's all
you
in.
can't stop.
Wait, I missed out some, huh? Okay.
How many do we have to collect? Like all of them?
I think we have them all now. Yeah, we got
Oh, it's
everything.
two different ones. Whoops.
It's okay. We got everything. It's fine. Come here. I need you to open the other side.
Oh, whoops. Went to the other side.
Oh, there were 2 different ones.
9 or 10.
Okay, I had no idea.
Wait, Charlie, you had an actual nice sleeping schedule. What happened to you?
Gaming happened. It really is the devil's, huh? Okay. What?
The orchestra.
Yeah, excuse me. Devils. Yeah, we're gonna need
Where
to
is the guy
borrow
supposed
that
to be?
orchestra that you got locked up in there.
We will never let them out.
I was gonna say a bat,
That's annoying.
Let's get those
but
keys.
maybe not.
There is a lot of them. Holy fuck.
Go Devils! Laughing.
And before streamer 11 to midnight.
Focus on getting the keys.
Wait, Charlie, you stream with that same
Just take them out.
with that same account? Is it a different one that you keep secret?
Cody, find the devils with the keys.
I'm just destroying
Wait.
shit.
Okay, luckily enough, it just auto tracks everything. Okay, one more.
One more? Where?
I think so.
They're still kind of
maybe not.
trapped. It's so weird. How do we
What do I
not
do
get
now?
this? I don't know. How do we not get this?
Oh,
Why?
never mind.
Why?
Don't die. Don't die. I was just curious, I guess.
Is there something up here? Maybe, I don't know. How do we even
How are we
wait?
missing?
I find something glowy and shiny. That's the key. I got one.
Oh, okay, nice.
You gotta find the other shiny stuff.
Oh, there's another one.
That's one. There's another one.
Oh, god damn it. Okay. You're right.
It's up there.
How do you see them? Okay, never mind.
How do you not see them?
This way. Yes, my eyesight's really bad.
Are you not wearing glasses right now?
I am, but still. I
Alright.
think it corrects
I
all
see.
of my terrible eyes.
That's one. I need another one to be freed. That's half.
Guys, we're taking a small ad break.
Yeah,
I mean,
we're having an
small
ad break right
minutes.
now.
That's a long time, guys.
Right, that's
3
all of
minutes
them.
is a long time.
Let's get to the other side.
Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.
Hey, there are mini games here. I think.
There's the minigame.
Look at that.
Hey, Cody.
Hi,
Yeah, we're going to
Q.
be playing the minigame in a meanwhile. So you all down this story. Don't let the ball touch the ground. Jump to shoot the
Jump
ball over to the other
smash.
side. So just... Okay, Baldo. I didn't see the name.
Oh, you can't handle it.
Come on.
Hit me with your best shot.
Is that Haikyuu? The only volleyball I know is Haikyuu.
So close.
Oh! Wait, what? Can't see the... Welcome back.
Dang it.
Better move those legs of yours, man.
Guys, this is definitely Haikyuu
Yeah, it is.
Season 3. Wait, which season are they in?
I don't know. Dang it.
Enders, thank you for the headbutts. Welcome, welcome. How you doing? How you doing? Please tell me no migraines today. Thank you. Oh my god, how do you do that? Okay.
How? There were two of them. That's like not.
Okay, okay, okay. Oh my god, that was so close.
Oh, rubbish.
We tangled that into go to therapy, bro. Shall they just enjoy life? Don't worry about tanzons.
Oh, out of here.
Wait, Chewy? Oh my god, what? What? You were cheating!
What?
Okay, okay. Ugh.
Crowd goes
I guess I
wild.
win. I'm the best.
This time.
Okay.
Go to
We'll
Los
see about the
AFK.
next.
No, I wasn't. It's over.
Head hurting? No!
Oh,
And there, go to a doctor, please.
Sorry.
So many headaches. What the heck?
Hey, yo, devils.
Where's the orchestra?
you will never find them.
They've become clouds.
Oh, yes, we will. Oh, sorry, Cloud. My bad.
No, wait. Look. They're hidden in the
Is it
fog.
peeing itself? What the fuck happened?
You will never get the keys.
Oh yeah? Just laugh it up, crazy devils. Cause we're about to bring it.
Okay, Cody, just shut up. So what do we do? Do we just have to hit them?
I'm gonna bully clouds. That's what I'm gonna do.
Cheers to clear the fog.
Are they hiding in the clouds?
No, I
Oh,
don't
they're getting
know.
mad. But I'm confused, so what do we do? Oh yeah, they're actually hiding. How about you?
Where did those devils hide those keys? They must be somewhere in the fog.
How do I make it cry? Oh, apparently I can't make it
Wait,
cry.
where the fuck are you?
You make it cry, I push it around. That's what it does.
Okay. I think we haven't gone up there.
Have to clear more of this fog out.
Oh, there's something here. Oh, we got one. We got him. We got him.
I need some clouds to start crying. Cry, bitch.
Where's the other
It's
one?
right here, it's right
Where's the
here,
other one?
it's right here. I need them to
can't
cry.
Hell yeah, snipe noob. Get sniped.
I need them to cry here. Can you make these two cry?
Okay, where's the other one?
Here, right here.
Wait, what do you want to make him? What?
Because we need to clear out the fog. Here.
No, we don't need to. We just had to find the dudes. We already found them.
Wait, really? We have both keys?
Yeah. I
We,
think so. I
we
can't
only
see the
have
other
one. We only have one. The other one is here. I'm telling you, the other one is here.
Wait, really?
You don't trust me, huh?
Oh, okay, I see it now. Whoops. Yes, I'm
Wow.
sorry.
Wow, the trust you have
I mean,
in
that's
me.
why we're getting divorced.
Exactly. Oh, my god.
you scope.
Did you die? I'm sorry. I didn't know that would happen.
That's why I have trust issues, but we're welcome to. The
Alright.
moment I trust someone, they just murder me.
No.
No shame.
Okay. We're good now. We have both keys. We can do it.
Nice.
They are
By the way,
free.
cheers, squid.
Real? Banana is here. He's like, real. What do you mean?
I'm drinking beer. Just to celebrate your arrival. Trust me, 100% real.
Totally not
No
alcoholic.
fake.
All right.
I'm
think
not
that's all
alcoholic,
of
what are
them.
we talking
Let's head
about?
back to the stage.
Almost every
I can
stream.
quit anytime, okay?
Actually, no. Every stream, you have been opening beers, so I don't know if that doesn't count as alcoholic.
Nah. I mean, we stream once a week. Right. That's not alcoholic at all.
It's pretty impressive, right?
I've never sung with a group as big as this before.
Don't worry, it'll be fine.
No.
Come on, Chibi, you'll be
It
fine.
will not be fine. It will be.
What do you mean, well done?
Fantastico! Yeah!
What? 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 Alright, I think this is it. No boss battles! Please, no boss battles. Or not, never mind. They brought the entire orchestra over, holy shit.
Lovely! Good job! We're almost
Would this be
ready.
like the final?
only thing
I feel
missing
like-
Fish? I wouldn't like it though.
The audience.
I feel like it would be though. Imagine they play the wedding march.
Yeah. Do you want the last letter piece or not?
Hey, that's blackmail.
No! It's therapy! Now go to the audience!
You got it, Book.
Yeah.
God fucking damn it, Hakim.
So, are you two a team now?
Yes, we are, as a matter of fact. Now let's get that audience.
Oh.
Alrighty. Okay, yeah, you may be right with this being like some sort of hostage. But we need the audience.
It's the club.
Oh,
There's a bouncer.
Hey, hey, buddy, over here.
What's up?
Can you let us in?
Sorry, kids. No minors.
Oh my god.
minors.
No. We're just
small.
we're just small in size. That's all.
Yeah, right. Get out of here, kiddos.
Excuse me, we are
Guys, that's what it feels to be 5'7".
Oh,
5'7"?
we left it at home.
You had a 7 behind that?
They
What?
all say. Yo, yo! Glowstick!
Imagine being
They're with
4'11".
me. Dr. Akeem, my bro. They're with you? Yeah. They're my clients. Come on. Sorry.
Wait, you say 5'11"?
4.
Welcome to the club. Enjoy the
Oh,
evening.
4.
VIPs.
Well, you have an
coming
11
through.
though. That's
Not
good.
so cocky anymore, are you? Huh?
Just making it
Guys,
worse. Oh my
Fran
god.
small? How tall is Fran? Let's dox Fran. How tall is he?
Hey, height reveals.
Whoa,
Shout out
this
to
is
Fran.
surreal.
Hold on to that 11. I don't know, man.
Guys, I propose a 24-hour stream donathon, but instead of subs and bits
Nope.
and stuff, we donate 1 centimeter, 1 inch to Chibi's height in solidarity.
1 inch to my height. Yeah, that would make me 5 foot. Thanks.
Oh, I meant Moon is small, sir, which is Roots? What do you mean you're thinking about Fran on my stream? Rude dudes.
It's so hard.
Oh, you have a watch trick? How dare you maintain a watch trick on my stream, sir? Thank you, thank you.
I wanna
How
quit.
I'm just vibing, reading chat and stuff.
I wanna quit. I wanna
While
quit.
she was struggling.
I wanna quit.
Well, I guess I'm still.
Oh yeah, okay. While Chibi is making it here, I'll just go ahead and get my stream streaks in other channels.
What streaks?
So Gators is streaming, Fran is streaming, Indy is streaming.
Oh my god. I almost missed that.
Spot
Holy
is
shit.
streaming.
I missed that.
Never watched a Spot stream before. But it streams with no mic. That's boring. That's fine, I'll just lurk in there. Guys, if my connection suddenly dies, I have like 10 streams open at this time.
Did I make it? I made it. I finally made it. Kind of.
Oh, Chibi's here. Okay, yeah, we can continue now. Oh my god. Did I just spank me? What the fuck?
Impressive sliding, Cody.
It's a skill I take pride in, but that was a lot of fun.
Oh, I'm not gonna like this. I am not gonna like this.
A kinky game in
To the
there.
beat.
Oh my god, that was so close.
Okay,
Oh. Let's go, let's go. Very funky.
Oh my
Oh my
god,
God,
I
I'm
hate
fucking stupid.
platformers. What is this?
Okay, go. Oh my god, Jimmy. Survive.
Ah! Wait, apparently there's a thing there for me to do as well. You can't just survive alone. I can't. I didn't make it.
Wait. Jimmy, you have to do it fast because I'm not here.
I'm gonna die.
No, Jimmy.
What can I do,
Jimmy, you have to complete
man?
it soon. It might close. I don't know. Oh my god, yes. The glitch.
Whee! What is this? Do you have to cut something?
I'm not sure.
Look around.
Or maybe just jump on it. Yes.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That disco ball.
Wait, no, my symbol!
Forget it, Cody!
Whoa, it's rolling! Oh, it's moving!
Dance, Cody!
Stop teasing me!
You said you wanted to party!
Yeah, but not with my life at stake!
Okay, I was wondering what the fuck was happening.
Ow.
Like, what were those weird slot sounds? I just realized. Hold on a second. I need to fix it. Okay, okay, guys.
What is going on?
Gators. So I just let the Gator stream
I'm dead.
with sound.
Getting faster!
Party harder, Cody! Move those
It's easier to jump.
Man, I wish I had my camera on right now. I'm just vibing here.
Oh, please, no!
This is probably my favorite level overall. Besides the ice one, the snow one, the snow glue.
Ah!
Check this place out.
Wow, this is cool.
Pink Floyd
Hey, May.
reference, maybe?
You know, this has been hands down the weirdest experience of my life. I'm glad I didn't have to do it alone.
Yeah, it's been
here.
crazy, dangerous, nerve-wracking, but fun.
Plus elevator.
Fun indeed.
Oh, they're bonding, guys. They're bonding.
No, I want to
It's a
divorce.
collaboration.
Yeah, this is
It's a
exciting.
collaboration.
Oh my god. What is
Yeah,
this?
oh yeah.
Two guys
Are
fighting
they
there.
moshing?
Are they
Like
fighting
they're
or?
moshing. I just pull away. It's fine.
Ah.
Hey, we didn't do anything.
Do you have to DJ now?
Uh-huh.
We gotta
Okay, baby, groove it! Woohoo! Come on, glow sticks! Dance with me! What are you doing?
Yeah,
Where
yeah,
are
yeah.
you
But
going? Come
break
on,
it down.
glow sticks!
Break it down,
Hey,
guys.
Cody,
Break it down,
May!
Hakim.
Play some music! Make them dance!
Maybe they will if you leave the dance floor.
Yeah, dude. Seriously, I think you're scaring them.
No way, baby! I'm killing it! Can't you see my hip gyration?
Oh, he said it! He said
Oh, please, no.
Oh
Oh
my
my
moves are
god,
so
man.
good! Look at this! Right, left!
Oh
Fun.
no. Oh
To make the
no. I feel
audience
uncomfortable, guys.
dance,
I don't
you
like
need to
this.
play the music! Get the audience on the floor! Let's DJ, baby!
It's a boss battle, isn't it?
Oh boy.
Hopefully not.
Rhythm
We
game
just
boss
have to
battle.
bring them back on the dance floor.
Let's figure out this DJ thing.
I'm sure we can make them dance again.
Wait,
Yo,
what am I
Darth,
doing?
welcome. Wait,
Wait, that's for you.
is that for me?
Technically, it's for you. I don't know, it says right button.
No, we
Why
have to
would
do
it?
it together.
Why would it say right button and then you don't like? No, it doesn't. It doesn't.
Oh, okay, okay, it's a time thing. We're fine. Wiggle, wiggle. Wiggle, wiggle. Okay, okay, okay. Now we dance here? Hell yeah, okay. It's such a goof. Oh my god.
Oh god, it's not good. Not good. Not good.
Guys, this is amazing. I'm loving the level so far.
Come on.
Chibi,
Oh, rubbish!
What? What am I doing wrong?
you press the button.
Yeah.
Shake it, Cody. Shake it. Shake it, Cody. Shake it, Cody.
If this is how clubs are gonna be, I don't want to be at one. Wait, why is it not working?
Really?
Shake it, Cody. Shake it, Cody. Let's go. Yeah, yeah. See, Child is enjoying the club.
How does this not work? I swear to God.
It's coming back.
Yes! Let's keep this up!
Move up and down. Move the mouse up and down. Lean forward and back. Hoo, hoo, ha, hoo, ha.
Yeah.
I just noticed your keyboard controls. They're so weird, man.
I know. What do you think I'm
Okay,
struggling? Why do you think I'm struggling?
Wow!
Okay, okay.
Brad is really loving it. Maybe this should be our new disco.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Okay, guys, I think I'm going to quit my job and become a DJ. Hoo, ha, hoo.
Oh yeah, that's right. Feel it?
Hell yeah, we got it, we got it.
Warmed up and
It's kidnapping. He's just kidnapping them. Oh my God.
come on, let's go.
What?
Whoa! Where are we?
I think we're inside
Ooh,
the audio
okay.
cable.
Oh.
Wait! What are we riding on?
It's a hoverboard. No way! I always wanted one of these things.
Jump.
Oh my God, I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. I don't wanna die. Ah! Well, never mind. Never mind.
Ouch. Okay.
That hurts.
Wait, what's our life here? Like, how much HP do we have?
Ah!
Or how many tries?
No, wait. It's not. It's not. It just slows me down. It's fine. I will get there eventually. Just wait. Just wait. I'm not good at this skateboarding bullshit. Oh my God.
This is amazing.
I don't know why this feels like Astroneer for some reason. At least the visuals.
Incredible.
I'm so dizzy.
Whoa. Nice.
No.
Guys, I feel like Chip is going to hate the ending.
I am gonna hate everything at the end because I saw like a snapshot. I was like, no. No. Where's the divorcement we wanted it?
Audience, they're excited.
Yeah, so am I.
Are you ready for your performance, May?
Are we still missing something?
No, we got everything we need. It's showtime, baby. Woo!
The guys are just surviving without me.
You hear that, May? You hear the anticipation?
I haven't performed in front of an audience for ages.
May, it'll be fine. Just think of them all in their underwear.
Yes, that will make you relax.
No, he doesn't.
Let's go prep the stage.
Okay, Buck. Hey, May. Break a leg.
I can't do this. I can't do it.
May, it doesn't have to be perfect, you know.
Oh, yes, it does. If it's not perfect, I'll let them down.
No, just sing from your heart. You weren't born to be perfect. You were born to be you.
God damn. Dr. Hakim spinning some facts.
Pre-stage anxiety is a thing, but I feel like the moment the lights are on, the crowd is there, the moment you step on stage, suddenly you gain a courage that didn't exist before. Speaking for experience, by the way.
Wait, so we're getting a live Chibico?
No, I used to do this. I don't know if you know. I used...
Oh, it's your time. It's your moment.
Yeah, like this is the back room, backstage. So yeah. Pre-stage always sucks.
She was going to sing, guys.
I'm not gonna sing. May is gonna sing.
Sing from the heart.
Yeah, the curtains to stage always looks like that. Who's that? Oh, that's you. Are you the lights and camera crew?
It does look like it.
Yeah, I feel like you're gonna be the lights and camera.
Whoa. This is gonna be special.
Ooh,
Yep,
nice.
that's the light switch. Got on backstage ninja.
Pretty cool camera changes. I'm liking it, I'm liking it.
For some reason, this is making me nervous, like the flashbacks, y'all. Before it opens, before curtain call.
Hi, guys.
Yeah, look at all the people there are. Okay, we're gonna go. Literally what we do. All 80 of us backstage, like, look at that, look at that.
Come on, May. You can do this. I believe in you. Come on.
Oh.
I kind of wonder what's the timeline? Like, how much actual time are these guys spending there?
Probably
I
like
suppose it's just like a day, I guess.
an afternoon, maybe. Yeah, less than a day. Probably just an afternoon, like after
To
lunch,
be funny,
before
so like
dinner.
that kid being taking care of herself for like
A couple of hours.
months,
Months. Imagine, y'all.
while their parents are just cursed as clay figures.
Mommy's sleeping.
Mom, I found your favorite song.
Mom, you don't
You
have a
can listen
pulse.
to it when you feel better.
What's happening?
I love you, Mom.
She plays Never Gonna Give You Up.
Rick rolled. Yeah, you are the
can do this,
sound,
May.
the lights guy.
know you
Sound
can.
lights guy.
Man, I hope they pay me enough for this.
Oh no, it's gonna happen, isn't it? No! No! No!
That was beautiful.
No, 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 no,
Thank
no,
you.
no, no! Don't you dare! Don't you!
Oh, it is a break. God damn it. Guys, I'm guessing the stream is over now. Sorry.
You're dead to me! You're dead to me! Fuck this shit! What is this? No! This is it, guys. This is it, guys. I don't like it. I don't know what's gonna
Should we
happen now.
uninstall the game right away?
No! No! Ew! 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 Ew!
Oh, I have to hold it.
Yeah, you have to hold it. Look away, Chad. Look away, Chad. This is not canon. This is not canon. Ew!
Guys,
Ew!
it is 18 plus.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna die. Suffering. Someone call 911. Yeah, no. It goes like, oh no, it's blue screen, Chat. It's blue screen. Oh no, my computer crashed. Oh no, what's happening? I don't know what's happening. Oh my god, what is happening? Yo, I don't see anything.
There's like no boss for this stage?
Did I not say?
Or do we have to fight something else?
I want to fight you.
God damn it.
No! What did I say? What did I say? I knew this was gonna happen. I was like, ah. I hate being a writer. I hate being smart. I
Being
hate
completely
studying
honest, I thought the
psychology.
game was going to be a little bit more like dark
I wanted it.
from
No,
what
it,
I got from the beginning.
it was pretty dark. We
But when you told me
mutilated the doll.
When you told me the guys break the curse with a kiss, I was like, oh well. I mean, it's like generic.
I know, right? It should have been the wife stepped husband.
All. Adios.
There was so many chances to murder you. No, the game writers are like, we believe in peace and love.
They divorce, the wife gets everything,
I
child
know,
custody,
right? I
gets
know,
a
right?
house,
Yeah, exactly. That's what it should have
husband ends up on the
been.
streets. Man, it's so weird seeing their real faces.
Exactly. He still has his hairline. I mean, it's not bad.
Falling in love.
Somebody redeem that from Moon's channel so that he can sing it.
Nah.
Eh,
Do I still have the karaoke thing up?
I
don't
think so.
I wouldn't be singing it this time though.
Why not?
It's... What time is it? Like 10 a.m. p.m.?
Cody!
May.
Where's the rose?
Yeah, we're back.
Where's Rose?
I don't know.
She left the house. She died.
And all these would have been for naught.
Rose?
Oh my god, did I remember that song? No fucking way, Ender.
Hey, everybody start redeeming the karaoke for Moon right now. I will allow it. I will allow it.
Yeah, they're already redeemed it. God damn it. What song do you want, Ender?
What?
I will try to sing it and not murder.
Dear Mum and Dad, I'm sorry that I did this to you. I know
left
how
the
to
house.
make everything good again.
Oh, she actually
All you
left.
have to do is stop fighting. I know I'm not a perfect daughter.
Wait, what?
I'm sorry I don't like to brush my teeth. I'm sorry I read books after bedtime. I'm sorry
See,
I don't
guys?
put my toys where they should be.
That's why your parents
I know it's
separated.
my fault you want to
You didn't brush your
divorce.
teeth every
She's
day.
blaming herself.
She thinks it's her fault.
I'll leave you alone so you
Can I
can
help
become
falling in
friends
love is good?
again.
Oh, okay,
You
okay,
should
okay.
be friends.
Yeah, I
love
can
you,
try, I
Mum.
can try.
I love you, Dad. P.S. I have my pocket money to buy a bus ticket. Don't worry. I got a sandwich and a lollipop.
Oh no.
Oh yeah, that'll be enough. That'll be enough. No worries.
Rose!
Sweetie,
Man, that was quick as
I'm
hell.
so
Holy
sorry.
shit.
Don't worry about me. You can go home.
no. Rose, honey, it's not your fault that we've been fighting.
It isn't.
No, Rose. It was never your fault.
Okay. So, does that mean you can become friends again?
Honey, listen, whatever happens, your mom and me, we will always be there for you.
And will always love you.
Always.
Okay.
Come here.
She brought the book with her. Oh my god. This betrayal. Burn it! Burn it! Throw it in the forest and never be found again. Burn it.
Okay, I do feel
Where
like
did you find this?
Dr.
I
Hakim
found
redeemed
it at
himself at
school, in a trash can.
You found it in a trash
I'm
can?
glad you
That's where it
did.
belonged.
Sometimes you can find real treasures in the trash.
No, that's not trash. That's
Come
just
on.
pure trash.
Yeah, I don't feel like
Let's go
a
home.
Latino Arabic book is really a treasure.
No, it's a curse.
Okay,
It's a
so,
curse for
Rose,
9
If
generations.
your mom had to fight an aggressive squirrel double her size, who do you think would win?
Mom, of course.
You're right. And that's why I like to hang out with her.
Cody. I
Man, it
used to
was a
think you
pretty
were completely
short
irrational.
last
But I
chapter.
have to say,
That's interesting.
you make more sense now.
There was no boss fight. There was no boss fight, so it's okay.
Guys, we did it.
We did
Collaboration.
it.
Got the achievement.
Yes. Finally
Okay,
free.
Chibi, how do you feel after finishing a whole game
Never again.
in your channel?
Never again. I feel like
It does take a while to like get
okay.
like everything organized to like coordinate the times and stuff. It's kind of
It is. The only thing
kind of
that
troublesome.
the only thing is that, you know, it's a how do I say this? When I play a solo game by myself, I can cheat. But if I play
God.
a collab game with you, I cannot cheat. That's killing me.
Okay. But yeah, that was nice. I think I would give the game maybe 7 out. Has fun mechanics and stuff. I kind of like the music in general.
I'd say the only thing I have problems with is the story writing. The game itself is great. The story writing.
Yeah, the story. I think at the start it was okay. Then you just gotta like meet, I guess.
It was forced. We were forced to reconcile, yo. I wanted a divorce. No consent.
So before the karaoke, I'll go ahead and grab another beer, like the responsible adult I am, instead of hydrating. Chibi, you say the final words.
Okay. What is final words?
I don't know, just say something entertaining.
Okay, it's fine. You can grab a beer. I'm going to read over to your chat, pouring over viewers. Yeah. Right, so that's it for It Takes Two. I hope you guys enjoy. Vods will be up on my channel as usual. And then, whatever it is, moving forward, collabs, if time zone will be a little bit less frequent because, well, time zone for a reason. Yep, thank you, Charlie. So we're gonna go over and rate Moon himself so that we can actually, you know, we can listen to his karaoke. So yeah, I'll probably take like a hiatus for a while because I did tell you guys previous stream, right, that I was going to work on the 6 Vods of editing backlog. That's kind of crazy. 5 because I just knocked out 1 last night, but I still need time, so I'm gonna be gone. I'll see you guys again in September. If you guys are ready, we're gonna rate Moon now. Thank you so much for joining me. Enjoy his karaoke, and then I'll see you guys again when I do see you guys when I come back. Alright, take care of yourselves, yeah? Goodbye.